Treatment of labor, salary and wages. Saudi Arabian labor regulations are relatively flexible. The no-salary calls on employing a worker's law, and dismissing is mostly speculative. It's not bothersome. Regulation and work hours are fairly flexible. Under Saudi Arabian sponsorship or kafala system, migrant workers are tied to a Saudi sponsor, either a company or an individual. The foreign workers are not allowed to enter the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia for 2 years if they resign or quit their job. Only very few companies release a statement and their worker and quit the company and join a different companies. Due to this, most companies take advantage of the situation of three their 4% and for less to majority percent or help the poor families. They too know the companies they complain of losing their job. Saudi Arabia's kafala system are inefficient labor costs of made the migrant workers in conflict with their employers, desperate and desperate to work for not, and this can if he don't return to home.
Family employees, a part of the women who are forced to go out and seek jobs to sustain themselves or help their poor families might find themselves prey to all sorts of harassment. The majority of the women who suffer from harassment are expatriate maids. About 1.5 million women from countries like Indonesia, Sri Lanka, and the Philippines work in Saudi Arabia. Many of them work in order to provide for their families back home, but labor laws have largely failed to ensure protection for them on both sides of the globe. Theory of fornication. Punishment for this range of crimes including imprisonment, lashes, and in some cases death. Within the justice system, they are likely to experience uneven and severely delayed access to interpretation, legal aid, and access to their consulates. Also, Saudi Arabia made no discernible effort to criminally prosecute or punish trafficking offences during the reporting period, while the government points to examples of employers being jailed or fined. These examples are and are usually only in case of extreme physical abuse that may or may not include trafficking.
But the environment the city court in Saluf, desertification is the pollution and underground water. This allows the water. The lack of is perennial rivers of permanent waters boils has promoted the deployment cost expensive sanitary desalination facilities is cost. Pollution from the oil and smoke space the cause of much smoke in the city. The Saudi Arabia is desert-like condition in Arabia of semi-arid area is desertified. The organism is agriculture is produce source climatic change is crazy water is produce mm, no produce cerebral materia hepatitis missing hitis polio rabies Rift Valley phenotypic yellow fever and Sarabia audita is prevent is the conditions hate the person. Hence this facilitates in major cities, Saudi Arabia, and of his standby, most towns of their side, the areas have sent us basic hospital, serious cases in the health, transfers persons in ambulance or air for distance to hospital. The major city does mean the so distance away. They have been cast red fever in the persons southwest Saudi Arabia. When you see James area, this for produce is regular conditions van cerebral material but is basis of Arabs around it. They are the numerous cases present in the city. Yellow fever is regular conditions situation in the persons. This stability prevents the conditions in the person's here relationate direct direct for mosquito. Bye guys.
Hi guys, I am going to talking about the human rights in Saudi Arabia. The government's human rights in Saudi Arabia remains poor. Citizens have neither the right nor the legal means to change their government. Security forces continue to abuse, detain and prisoners, arbitrarily arrest and detain persons, and hold them in incommunicated detention. In addition, there were allegations that security forces committed torture. The government views its interpretation of Islamic law as its sole source of guidance on human rights and disagrees with internationally accepted definition of human rights. However, in 20 and during the year, the government initiated limited measures to participate in international human rights mechanisms, such as its approval of the October legislation, which the government claimed would address some of its obligations under the Convention Against Torture of other cruel, inhuman, or degrading treatment of punishment. In addition, other problem of our country is the corruption. Corruption is perceived as insignificant. Saudi Arabia ranks 60th out of 1,800 countries in Transparency International Corruption Perception Index for 2019, and significant improvement over 28. The absence of transparency in government accounts of decision-making encourages a perception of corruption among members of the royal family and in the executive branch. Government procurement is an area of concern. Briefs, often seen as commissions, are reportedly commonplace. Only the 43% of the total business are free from corruption. Well, friends, it's my part of the descriptions in Arabia Saudi. Bye, hugs and kiss.
Hi, according to the TAP 2009 report, children as young as 7 are led to believe that they are being wed to Saudi men, but they become domestic servants, sexual slaves, or even prostitutes in some cases upon arrival. While the government restrains anti-human traffic legislation, the penalty of violation regarding children or migrant workers are very light. Upon violations, the orders only prevent from recountry migrants for 5 years, risking facing any jail sentence or paying for fine.